taking another little ride. I readjusted my camera on my helmet, and it was a little on the crooked side the last video I shot. Plus, I was getting a lot of popping and crackling. So of course I went to try to figure out what the problem was, and I saw that on the GoPro, if you're using a leveler mic, to turn off the wind little switch in there, so I turned it off and try again and see what happens. Hopefully it cuts down on the popping and crackling, but of course some of it might be my old voice, so you never know. But anyway, we're just out trying it out and see how it does, seeing what's going on in the world. There's a new little old store here in town, just opened up probably a month or two ago, and what they do, they get these crates or pallets from like Amazon. It's stuff that's returned for one reason or another. They buy these pallets full of stuff and then they're selling. Like the first day you go through there and you just dig through, and whatever you find is $10 for whatever you got a piece, you know, $10 per item. Then the next day it drops down to $8. The next day it drops down to $6. And then like on Wednesday, whatever's left, it's just $1 for whatever you find per item, you know. But went this morning, I didn't find anything I liked, nothing I was willing to pay $10 for, but they got some really cool things in there. But you know, like I say, it's returns from Amazon, so you got to kind of dig through the package, make sure everything's there, and when you do get it, you got to hope that it works when you get it home. But so far I've been pretty lucky. I've come out pretty good on some of the stuff that I've bought, like this little camera mount right there. I found it there, everything was in the box, paid $10 for it. And I looked online, the sucker was going for around $25, so I did pretty good there. And I found another one similar to this one, but it's better. It's a whole lot stronger and all. It's not quite as tall, but it's a real nice one. I paid $10 for it. So done pretty good on those two. Then I found like a solid state drive, just I think it was on Dollar Day I found it. Just a little 1 terabyte solid state drive. So I asked you for $1, I'll get it. Then the next week when I went in, I found a little device that is made that you can put this little solid state drive or a regular, drive in it, and then plug into your computer so you've got extra storage space. So I bought it. I think I paid $10 for it. But I got it home, put my little drive in it, hooked it into the computer. Sucker works like a charm. So now I've got more storage space for my computer. But like I say, you gotta, when you find the stuff, you gotta kind of check it out and make sure everything's there. Hopefully it works by the time you get it home. But that's a pretty neat little store, I mean, you gotta sit there and kind of not really fight over things, but you gotta stand there as folks are coming through it, and as soon as somebody gets out of the way, you reach in there and grab and see what you can find. And because there's a lot of folks digging through that stuff. But if you're willing to do all that, you can find some really neat things in there. I mean, they got all kinds of stuff. I mean, you beat car parts. Man, I've seen so many like lawnmower carburetor kits. I mean, the whole carburetor, everything there. But car parts, alternators, real nice chrome alternators, all kind of stuff. Just stuff you would never imagine is in there. But that's a lot of fun. It's like you're on a scavenger hunt. You're just digging through that stuff. It's a lot of fun. Of course, today I didn't see anything I was really cared to pay $10 for, but a lot of stuff I'd be willing to pay maybe a couple bucks or $1 for. So maybe Wednesday I'll go back in there. If any of it's still there, I might get it then. That's the thing. It's like a gamble, though. You see something you like. If you don't get it, then chances are it won't be there when you go back. But anyway, that's what I did this morning. So now I'm out just checking out this setting on my camera. Hopefully it stops this popping. Of course, the popping at low speed, you don't get any of it. It's when you get up above 50 usually it'll start it. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, garage sale. Fifth Ward High School. Let's go this way. See what's going on down this way. We're in Fifth Ward. Tell you what, there's one thing you can't accuse Louisiana of throwing their money away on, and that's the roads. They sure ain't going to waste none of that good tax money on fixing roads too often. Clouding up out here. Might be getting some rain this afternoon the way they talk. Of course, it's just a small percentage. I think it's only like 20%, but down toward New Orleans is where they're going to get the most of it, so that's fine with me. Although we could use some. It's been a few days since it's rained. We got over here, let's go see. National Wildlife Refuge. Well, it looks like they need to do a little work on their signs. Can't even read them, they're so nasty. Oh well, gotta turn around. Go down this, looks like a forgotten road. Looks like it's been patched together. Grand Cody Wildlife Refuge check-in station. You gotta check in. That's a nice pond. Wildlife Refuge Complex. Maybe. Well, if I didn't have to walk, I'd go down that path, but the thing about going down it is you got to come back up it. Maybe later when it's cooler. It's too hot to be going down there. It says it is 1 mile round trip. So that would be a half a mile down then, huh? Okay, well, maybe when it cools off. Nice little pond. No fishing. No fishing. Well, what's the sense in having a pond if you can't fish in it? Alright, let's go around this way. Oh, there's a nice old pickup right there. Little orange Ford. Speaking of old trucks, years back I had a nice old pickup. I had a 53 Dodge that I traded a motorcycle for it. Camera cut off. I traded a old Honda 360 for it. That sucker was pretty neat, pretty nice. I drove it for 2 or 3 years, but is a 53, had the gull wing hood on it that opened from each side, but they had pulled the motor and transmission and rear end out of it, and they had an old wrecked Camaro. They took, it was a 307 Chevrolet engine, and then the transmission, I don't know what kind it was, but it was automatic, and the Camaro rear end in it. And then it had 327 heads on the motor. And man, that little old truck would scat. And then I painted it fire engine red. Somebody had given me some paint. And shoot, I got out there in my backyard, done a little bit of work on it, taped it up, painted that sucker. It looked good. But there was another fella in town there. This was years ago. I was in my 20s, late 20s. There was another guy. He had a 58 Chevrolet pickup, and his had the 6-cylinder in it. And you know, back then there was a strip there in town that on the weekends, and youngins, they was up and down that strip to go to one end, turn around, come back, go to the other end, come back. But that's what we would do. I was getting in my old truck and I'd run that strip. And that old boy in that 58 Chevrolet pickup, he would see me. I'd be going that way. He'd flip around, try to catch me, and then I'd be going the other way. And just, it took him about an hour, but he finally caught up to me. Hey man, what you got in that truck? I've been trying to catch you for over an hour. But man, we used to have a good old time. We'd get uptown there and park in the Dairy Queen out by the highway. Just watch the cars run up and down the street. And I had several times, I had older couples pull in there. This one old man pulled in there. Hey, is that a 52, 53, what year is that? And I tell him, he said, yeah, I used to have one like that. Me and my wife there, we used to date in that thing. We used to have a good old time with that truck, though. But anyway, later on, I traded it for a Camaro. Got me a Camaro, a 73. I think it was a 73 Camaro. Man, that sucker would scat. But anyway, enough of the stuff like that. I'm almost back to the house now. Them old clouds are starting to come in, but I'm gonna head on into the house, see if my camera's set up any better, where things are not looking like I'm riding on a hillside. Hopefully the popping has cut down since I turned that wind switch off. It's supposed to be trying to cut down on the wind noise, but it creates a lot of popping from what I understand. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye.